Oh, I asked you not to make one, though. Did you not listen to me, or did you not hear me?
No, I heard you say.
Oh, you heard me say
And
what?
I said, you go, no, that's okay. And I went, well, it'll just take me a minute to make the bagel. And then I didn't hear anything.
So you heard no, and then you disregarded it.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Well, no, I told you, I don't.
To eat it, just put
I
it
know, but I
away.
feel bad because it's a
Don't
waste.
feel bad. Just put it away.
Throw it away then. It's not going to taste good. I'll be back home at 11 o'clock tonight.
That's all right. Just leave it there.
So leave it there till tonight.
Yeah. And then if you're hungry, you'll eat it. And if not, oh well.
I don't understand. I mean, I did answer you. I tried to
Because
say.
you always eat. Because you always eat. And at least I did make a big breakfast.
So why ask if you're not going to listen to me? I just don't understand.
Okay, well, then that's a good point. I
And,
won't ask.
no. I don't want you to take this the wrong way. It's just I noticed it's like a repeated thing where.
Because
you know,
I always make you breakfast Saturday. I'm not gonna ask.
I like
I'm
to
just not gonna ask.
I like to finish though. I'm just. It
Oh,
could
I
be
see. It's the
it could be
OCD.
dinner.
Forget it. That's my That's
Can,
my
can I
error.
can I speak?
Yeah, but that's
Okay.
my error. I forget.
No, listen. There have been repeated times, not just like with a bagel, but just throughout my. Can I finish?
don't need a lecture. No, I don't.
I just want to say one thing.
I don't want to.
When you ask a question and I respond, it's as if I don't even respond and you do whatever you want to do, which is, I think it's a habit thing. It's not a big deal. I'm
No,
just
I
letting
just
you know.
always do what I
Yeah,
wanna
you
do.
do what you want to do. Yeah, and
All the time,
so
yeah.
why even ask someone? Why not just do what you're gonna do,
Oh, that's a good
and then you
point.
don't have to get any of the input. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't mean it in a
that's
bad way. I'm just letting you know that it's a limitation. Like.
I don't care.
Not on yourself. It's more like
It's more on
it's
the
more
other
bothersome.
person.
Yeah, the other person. But it's just imagine being in a situation where you're around someone and they ask you a question, you respond, and then they do the exact opposite throughout your entire life.
Oh well.
You don't
Oh,
care.
well.
Why would you care?
Yeah.
Right?
I don't.
Yeah.
Really, it's like such a moot point in the big scheme of things.
I know, but I'm wondering, like, why even ask someone a question if you just disregard their answer?
Don't even worry about it.
I'm just wondering what goes on in your mind. I'm just trying to understand you.
It's just, I'm just very generous. I do it I do it at work. People say, oh no, please don't bring donuts. And I bring donuts. They go, oh my God, they're so good. I get more positive
You know
feedback.
better than the other person, and it's probably true most of the time,
No,
right?
It's just the way I want to express. It's my need.
I see. So
It
it's more
says
about
nothing-
you.
Yep.
And I don't want you to take this as like a bad conversation. I'm just trying to understand how your brain works. So I never understood how I can answer questions, or I hear John answer questions, or whoever. I'm sorry. It's just an interesting
It
topic
bothers
to
you.
me.
No, it bothers you. So that's.
But how does the mind
Because
work?
most of the time it doesn't even, in fact, it always, 99% of the time it comes through as
Positive.
oh my gosh,
yeah.
like
Not really 99.
because
From
in
my
my
experience,
field-
it's more like 30%. But
in my field,
Yeah.
it's always respected.
Mm-hmm.
Every single time. I've never been told, now we said no, so let's hear no. I've never, ever, ever. In fact, it's always come where I have a new best friend.
oh, cool.
It's a marketing tool that I've learned.
It's marketing
Yeah.
too. Okay.
Always in anyone in healthcare, whenever you are generous and make some form of their life immediately or long-term better. Better meaning it's more convenient, it's more fluent, it's more successful, it allows them another door to open. In fact, I get asked afterwards to do something else.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Cool.
it's
Well,
my nature.
I'm glad we figured that out because
Yeah,
I
because
just
you come from a field where there's a tax and there's so much competition and you feel threatened all the time because you get paranoid and Roland said this. You need counseling for the very reason you take things wrong from certain people and then it's a judgment and that's how it appears on the other end. When you say those things, it's very minimizing, punitive, and judgmental.
So it's minimizing, punitive, and judgmental when
When
I
you say,
respond.
I said no, I said no, I said no. When I say no, I mean you.
Now
just-
imagine you
But I
grew
mean,
up in
that's-
your entire life until you were 16 when I left to go to Pennsylvania, and then coming back here. No, 16 is when I left. The end of my 15, right after I turned
around
16.
there.
Well, you weren't around in my life at that time. Not saying you weren't around. What I'm saying is we didn't interact. You wouldn't know.
Right.
But anyway,
And I have no doubt
No.
Mama did the same thing.
what do you mean?
She would make breakfast and I'd say, Mom.
You didn't
I
have a
wanna eat
choice.
that
You didn't
kind."
have a choice
It
up
was
there.
what the
But what I'm
learned
saying
behavior
is,
of
it's not about
generosity.
grammar. So for until 16, and then
Plus-
what I've noticed in the last year and a half is the same thing. It's like
Well,
and I
you
notice it
just-
with John too. Like John will say, "Well, I don't want this," and then you'll be like, "Boom!" And then he'll say, and it's just, here's what I think it is, and I think Dad actually has the same. Like
It's
you two are very similar,
Yeah,
whether
we
you like to
are.
admit it or not.
Oh yeah, we are. We're both Aries.
When John and I respond to you with an answer, you don't hear it, and you do whatever you want to do.
No. I hear everything. In fact, I'm heightened in my hearing. But
You
I
just
do the same
disregard
thing
it.
with my
You
horse.
just disregard it.
She turns her head and I just sit there and wait. And I go, it's just a matter of time.
It's just
Everybody,
a fascinating mind.
no is not even in my repertoire. It doesn't come in my paradigm, my thinking, my energy.
Really?
Yeah, like same thing with like a relationship. No, really, I don't want to eat, and I'm like, of course you do, because I watch behaviors, and behaviors are repeated of the same thing I'm getting ready to do, and people don't know themselves. There's
So
no awareness.
you see the sign, and they don't know themselves. So you're like, I know you, and bam, here we're gonna do it regardless.
Yeah, because like when you pick all the time,
You
when
know
don't-
you know their mind better
No,
than them.
I just know that observation trumps words. Actions trump words all the time. That's science.
You're God, is what I'm
No.
hearing. You're omniscient.
No, see how you go from black to
It's
white.
omniscience, is what you're saying. I know that, and then bam.
No, I'm
Observation
watching the evidence.
states. You don't. There's never been. There's.
Evidence.
Give me an
Evidence-
example.
Evidence suggests that when you like chocolates and they're less every day.
That I eat
Oreos,
chocolate, yeah.
Less every day.
Mhm.
Bagels, less every day. Every Saturday, I make breakfast. That goes over 99% of the time. Oh, Mom, thanks for making breakfast.
True. Okay. Yeah.
Mo-
And then this
the-
morning,
the
I want a bagel.
pile of evidence
Uh-huh.
suggests at some point the body needs to eat, and you need regular infusions of food, like a horse.
Uh-huh.
And that's just how I see
Like an
people.
animal, no, or like a trained animal. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and
There's
so-
the eyes. I know what you're agreeing with me. They're animals.
No, but evidence is more powerful. So my whole paradigm in life is I watch actions. I never listen to words,
Ever?
ever.
Because it's about the action.
Because people are incongruent 99% of the time. In fact, that's the way the horses survive. Because they read the science, they watch people's actions, and they sense their thinking, feeling, and what their behaviors, what their minds and energies are saying. So you could say, I'm fine, and the energy's saying, I'm frightened to death. So horses they look for this incongruence and they go on the behavior. If something's getting ready to attack them and says, don't worry, I'm not coming at you, they're running. Behaviors trump everything.